When I initially saw the replay of Usyk versus Dubois and the body shot, I initially thought Usyk sold it. And I think the reason a lot of people are so adamant that he sold it is because of the fact that referees are generally very inconsistent on when and what circumstances in which they let belt line shots fly. And the reason I say that, anyways, is because, and understandably so, is the fact that belt line shots can be both low and legal. Why? Because low blows are effectively punches that are beneath the navel, the belly button. And Usyk was caught with a belt line shot, and as I stated, there's sometimes a varying degree of legality to whether belt line shots are low or not. Looking at it on replay, and as pictured above, the punch did stray slightly beneath the belt and landed generally on the belt line, but because of the fact that it strayed slightly beneath the belt and therefore below the navel, it was a low blow. A lot of people are saying that, he wasn't hit on the balls, and getting hit on, you do not necessarily have to be hit on the balls in order to, be hit low. You can be hit on the legs, you can be hit beneath the belly button, which is the criteria for which you rule a low blow. So according to that, Usyk was not hit low. But to get into what I actually thought of the fight, firstly, that kind of controversy made it a bit of an anticlimax. I never really like to see these types. I genuinely prefer, unless it's two fighters I really don't like, and, I just kind of want to see chaos. I generally do prefer just no controversy. I much prefer just no debate, a conclusive result, and we can just celebrate the winner. But you don't usually get that when it comes to big fights in boxing. There's always people bitching, or there's circumstances like this which are often open to interpretation. I understand why people thought it was low, but if you go according to the rule books, it was. So, what did I actually think of the fight? I thought that Usyk, by the time I basically saw him take control of the center of the ring early in the fight, I thought Dubois' chances of winning were quite low. Usyk seemed to kind of neglect his defense a little bit more as the fight started to progress. The low blow made him more aggressive. His legs started to go slightly from expending his energy, and the fact that Dubois was landing both legal and slightly illegal body shots, but was getting effective body work in from time to time. Usyk, though, was getting more and more reckless as the fight went on. He didn't really respect what Dubois was throwing at him. Dubois really never hurt him over the top. And as a result of that, he kind of was able to walk through much of what Dubois was throwing. Dubois still fired back some good body shots, but in totality, it was a pretty dominant performance. I didn't really think Dubois put in the type of effort and was as competitive as a lot of people made out. I thought he lost basically every single round. Maybe you could have given him the fourth round, but apart from that, I didn't see him win any single round. He looked to be making a fight of things in the 8th round, and then he got dropped. And then in the following round, he went on one knee from a jab. He kind of took the count. I think he kind of pulled a typical maneuver where he was waiting the count out, and he got up pretty much exactly at 10. I guess the ref could have let it continue onwards, but Dubois was starting to spiral downwards, and let's be honest, he's not the mentally strongest fighter in the world. I don't think he has the type of resilience, and I think, even if him taking a knee has a purpose, I don't think he's really intelligent with it. He makes it very obvious to his opponents that he's vulnerable when he does those types of things, and when he does those types of things, opponents know to jump on him. You should be taking knees when you're in serious troubles or your legs go. And unless that's the case with Dubois, I really don't see why, he was so hell-bent on doing so, if for no other reason than he just wanted to look for a way out, and that's probably the case. So, yeah, that's what I thought of the fight. There's going to be a lot of debate over the result of it and whether or not it was a low blow. I understand why, but if you go according to the rule book, and until I'm proven wrong, the shot was slightly low. Some refs would have let it slide, and he might have ended up getting stopped with that shot. But at the end of the day, if you go by the books, it was just ever so slightly low, and in my view, it was a fair result. And Usyk was the much better man on the night anyways. You know, defensively, I didn't think he was at his sharpest. I thought he got hit a little bit more over the top with Dubois' jab specifically. I don't think he was moving his head as well. I know he's not quite as defensively sound when he's coming forward as opposed to when he's moving laterally, and it did surprise me how much he imposed himself and how little was coming off of, you know, Dubois in terms of his aggression and his proactiveness, but Usyk showed a shit ton of feints early and he was able to back him to the ropes, and he just went to work, did his thing. He was nervous, I think, to get hit a little bit, but oh well. Congratulations to Usyk. I'm a little disappointed, you know, with the controversy around the fight, but, you know, let me know what you guys think. If you guys disagree with me, you know, just let me know. Have a good one.